Hello, kings and queens. I want to talk to you today regarding the reprobated mind and what it means about the reprobated mind. A lot of people in America, or let's say America itself, have turned into a reprobated mind. God turned them over to a reprobated mind because they're believing the wrong is right and the right is wrong. So when you get deep in sin, God allow people, if you get so deep into sin, He'll allow your own mind to think that whatever is wrong is right to them. And so He'll just turn their mind over to being reprobated. And I want to go to you in Romans, first Romans 24 through 32 is speaking on regarding why God turned these people or people in America over to their reprobated minds. First Romans 24 through 32. It reads, "Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into which is against nature." And that means the women gave their use of natural to the natural use of the nature against nature was women sleeping with women. "And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do these things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, investors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them." See, they have pleasure in what they do, but all those things I have read about fornication, wickedness, covetousness, deceitful, backbiters, disrespecting your parents, disobedient, covenant breakers, this is all in America and more. It says women sleeping with women, men with men. That's that's unnatural. That's what the Bible says. That's very unnatural to the eye. That's what the Bible says. And so that's what we see highly in America today, of unnatural affection, men not wanting the women, that men wanting men, and women wanting women. That is against God. Not giving hate speech, but I'm giving true speech. This is how Christ, when He come back, He's going to destroy. He's going to take care of all of these backbiters, sinful nature, men loving men, women loving women, and children disobedient to their parents. So far on, it says lust and wickedness, covetousness. That's what's going to be going on when Christ coming back more highly. We have it as highly now in the world. This today is really this is what the world is right now, the setting of the world right now. It says it's going to be worse than it was before in the biblical days. And we see they're after our children, sexual wise, homosexuals, they're after our children. They're trying to turn our children sexual in kindergarten. So they're bringing this to our children. So we must watch out for our children. and be aware. These people, um, their mind has been turned over. God has turned their mind over to a reprobated mind. So in their mind, they're thinking this is right, and that people like me is wrong, speaking against it. But I am speaking the will of God because that is what I'm supposed to do. And speaking against all of this, the open eyes of people, if you're living in this sinful ways, you might want to turn back because it says here all this leads to death, and it also leads you down the road of hell. These certain things you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So we have to watch out for people who has a reprobated mind. I see the world today out here in the world. I see so many people, man, who is turned over to reprobated. They think it's okay, but in God's eye, it's not. We have to watch out for our children because they are after our children. These, homosexuals are after our children. We need to be careful. Watch your teenage daughters. Watch your teenage sons because they're after the sons. This all comes down of being uh, it turns out being a criminal. There are men loving men, women loving women. It turns angry. It turns demonic. And pretty much that's what's in these people. It turns demonic. It becomes a crime because they're going to come out to the world and they're going to come taking and sex from the women and taking sex from the men. It becomes bad because it can't get no better. It just get eager and they want more and more and more, so they turn angry and they begin to rape the same sex that they want. And that's going to happen today. So we must be careful, must be mindful of the reprobated mind people. And not only that, it tells us the fornication is going to be even more and more. You're going to have more backbiters. And it says here, haters. See, the Bible speaks of haters. We're going to have a lot of people hating on one another because of people living righteously. People that's trying to live righteous like us or like me or anyone who's watching this video, they're going to hate us. Why? Because they hated Christ. And Christ said, if you come up under me and live my way and believe in me, teach my word, the world will hate you. If the world love you, that means you're not with God if they loving you, because they hated Christ. And that's why they killed Christ. But also Christ gave his life for the world. So we must be mindful of the reprobated mind and let us not lead ourselves into being reprobated mind. Let's live for God because we have to be careful. There's so much going on. There's so much children being snatched. And boys are being snatched just like little girls are being snatched. Teenage girls, 20-year-olds, girls and boys. We have to watch our children. We have to watch ourselves because they can come for us too as an adult. So we have to be careful. So many reprobated mind people with a crazy mindset. They psychotic. It's really from the demonic. It's from the devil. They turn demonic. So we must be careful. Just like I was speaking on the predator on one of my videos. The predator is nothing but it's straight demonic. It's in them. You have to also watch the predator's eyes. All of these people, you have to watch the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Watch out for these types of people because the eyes, you sometimes can tell you the demonic wise that's in them. So we must be careful. Reprobated mind. We have so many people in the world today who's a reprobated mind. They go for anything. They live off anything. They live whatever they say, whatever people do, and they want to do, whatever they believe that's wrong, they believe. In this new age, that's against God because there's no new God. God is still the same old God. And the Bible says God changes not. So everything that's talking about a new age and new this, that's of Satan. Anything that's called new age and new of this world, a new world order, that is against God. That's Satan. God is never new. He's the same. He said he's the same today and from now on, eternity. God is he's all God of gods. And he said he's the beginning and the end. So he never had a beginning. He doesn't have an end. So these people will pay for being reprobated mind. They're going to pay for taking advantage of children and taking advantage of anyone against their own will, reprobated mind. Children going against their parents, they will pay for that. God does. You will come and he will bring his wrath on every one of these things I've had read from you from 1 Romans 24 through 32. I admonish you to read it because this is in the Bible and this is what we live in today. When Christ come back, this world is going to be worse than it is now. So we must try to live for the God, reprobated minds. That's what a lot of predators, a lot of homosexual, and a lot of people who's stealing and murdering, killing. That's a reprobated mind, and it's all coming from Satan. So I just want to come to you people and people of God, or whoever tap on this video. Reprobated mind. Don't allow yourself to become a reprobated mind. Think about, are you living a reprobated mind? Are you living on some of these things I have read? Are you living this? Is this your life? Is your life fornication or wickedness? Is you living a life of debate, deceit? You're a whisperer? Are you living a life of backbiting? Are you living a life of haters, proud, boasters, investors of evil things? Are you living a life of disobedience to your parents? See, God says all of these people will be worthy of death. All this is worthy of death, and worthy of death, and after death there's life. It's either hell or heaven. And you don't want to go to hell. That is a place no one wants to go. It is a hell. People always want to speak on heaven, but there is a hell. No one wants to speak of hell because you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. I just want to come to you for a few minutes and speak on the reprobated mind, because that's what the world is today. That's what I see. So we must be careful. Watch yourself. Watch your children. Be prayed up. I love you all. I will be praying for you all. And stay blessed. And I'll see you soon. Bye.